So good morning everyone, my name is Rolando A. Soriao and I will tackle about the human population dynamics 2. So first, is the world is overpopulated? The issue of population growth is a complex and controversial one, with the various arguments and perspectives to consider. Some believe that the planet is already overpopulated and that further growth will only exacerbate environmental and social problems. Others argue that technological advancement can help support a larger population by increasing food production, improving healthcare, and developing sustainable energy sources. There is also a moral and ethical dimension to the debate, as limiting population growth may involve infringing on personal freedoms and choices. Additionally, religious beliefs and cultural norms can play a significant role in shaping attitudes towards population control. Ultimately, finding a balance between population growth and sustainability is crucial in ensuring the well-being of the future generations. It is important for policymakers, scientists, and individuals to consider the long-term implication of population growth and work towards solutions that promotes a healthy and equitable future for all. So here is the 5 most overpopulated countries in 2010 and 2050. So this chart says if the country is low population or overpopulated. So the process you are referring to is known as the demographic transition model. So this model illustrates the stages of population growth and how they correspond with the levels of economic development. As countries industrialize and improve their standard of living, they tend to experience a shift in their population growth patterns. So the pre-industrial stage, both the birth rate and death rate are high, resulting in little population growth. As countries move into the transitional stage, industrialization begins, leading to a decline in the death rate due to improvements in healthcare and sanitation. However, the birth rate remains high, leading to the rapid population growth. During the industrial stage, the birth rate starts to decrease as access to education and healthcare improves while the death rate continues to decline. This result is a slowing of population growth. Finally, in the post-industrial stage, both the birth rate and death rates are low, and similarly leading to a stabilization or decline in population growth. Understanding the demographic transition model can provide insight into the relationship between economic development and population dynamic and can help policymakers make informed decisions about issues such as healthcare, education, and family planning. So this chart shows the birth rate and death rate. So age structure diagram, also known as population pyramids, provide important information about the distribution of the different age groups with a population. By analyzing this diagram, we can gain insights into the future growth or decline of a population. In the age structure diagram, you provided the population is divided into 3 main age group: reproductive age 0 to 14, reproductive age 15 to 44, and post-reproductive age 45 plus. Each of these age group plays a different role in determining the rate of population growth. So for the pre-reproductive age, this age group includes individuals who are not mature enough to reproduce. A larger percentage of the population in this age group indicates potential for the future population growth, as these individuals will enter the reproductive age group in this coming year. So for the reproductive age, individuals in the reproductive age group 15 to 44 years old are capable for the reproduction. This size of this group influence the overall fertility rate of the population and in turn impacts population growth. So for the post-reproductive age, the post-reproductive age group consists of individuals who are too old to reproduce. While this age group does not directly contribute to population growth, it can affect social and economic dynamics within a society, such as healthcare, pension system. So by examining the distribution of these age groups in an age structure diagram, demographers and policymakers can make projections about the future population trends and plan for various social and economical needs, such as healthcare, education, retirement services. So this chart shows age structure. Since age structures diagrams are broken down by age, demographers can obtain birth rate 300, maturity rate, and death rate of the entire population. These diagrams are usually broken down by country and divided into genders. 29% of the people in developing countries were under 15 years old in 2012 versus only 300, and 16% in developing countries. So this chart shows population pyramid of Bangladesh and Iceland. So for the left side is Bangladesh and the right side is for Iceland. So the left side is pyramid shape histograms have a birth rate that exceed the death rate. Lower cohorts have more. Males and females population growth is rapid in countries that have a pyramid shape. Current modern example include Africa, Asia, and Latin America. So for the Iceland, box-like histogram shows stable or slow growth. Birth rate is almost equal to death rate, sometimes called zero growth. Current example of slow growth, USA, Australia, and Canada. Current example of stable growth is for Denmark, Austria, and Italy. So this chart shows the negative growth diagram of Japan in 2010. If there is the declining or negative growth, then the birth rate would be less than the death rate. Pyramids with the declining population tend to show larger numbers of older person in their population. Current example, Germany, Japan, and Russia. So this chart shows age structure diagram in the United States. So you can zoom my presentation to see it clearly. So this chart shows the demographics in the USA. So the baby bust that followed the baby boom was largely due to the delayed marriage, contraception, and abortion. Now becoming senior citizen, graying of America in 2012, the total fertility rate in the United States was slightly 2.0. So nearly 2.3 million people were added in the US in 2012. 70% occurred because of birth outnumbering deaths. 30% came from illegal and legal immigration population. Increase in recent years has been because of immigration. So this chart shows 20th century lifestyle changes in the US. So you can zoom my presentation so you can see it clearly. So this charts shown where population growth occurred 1950 to 2010. Developing versus developed. Developing transitional third world, higher infant mortality rate because of the shortage in prenatal and pediatric care. Thus, they have more children to ensure some will survive. Agriculture society needs children to help in the labor force. Lower per capita income or poorer countries needs children to provide an income, and sometimes contraceptives are not affordable. Women lack education and job opportunities. Develop industrial first world usually don't have population problems but can be linked to poverty. Educated and working women tend to delay childbearing. Pension systems support people as they age. Family planning and the ability to control fertility. Higher cost of raising children causes people to have smaller families. Abortion illegal. So this chart shows mortality and fertility. Infant mortality rate, the number of child and or infant deaths if a mother lives in an area with a high infant mortality rate. She will tend to have a lot of children to ensure some will make it to adulthood. This ensures care for aging parent and the labor force. Infant mortality rate is higher in developing countries than in developed countries. Along with life expectancy, the infant mortality rate is a good indicator of the quality of life of a country. Replacement level fertility, the number of children a couple must bear to replace themselves. Slightly higher than 2 children per couple 2.1 in developed countries and 2.5 in some developing countries. So this chart shows infant mortality rates in 1950 to 2010. US infant mortality is higher than it could be, ranked 49th worldwide by CIA in 38, but Save the Children due to inadequate pre- and postnatal care for pure drug addiction, higher teenage birth rate. So for the total fertility rate number of children born to a woman during her lifetime. Total fertility rate or TFR, the average number of children a woman has during reproductive years. In 2012, the average global total fertility rate was 2.4 children per woman, 1.6 in developed countries, down from 2.5 in 1950, 3.0 in developing countries, down from 6.5 in 1950. If fertility rate drops to replacement level fertility but the population continues to grow, this is called population momentum and can be seen in pyramid-shaped age structure diagrams. Birth rates and fertility rates have been slowed or decreased because cultural, religious practices prohibited birth control. Cultural, religious practices favored large families. Education, employment, status of women is low. Factors affecting birth rates and fertility rates. The number of children women have is affected by the most cost of raising and educating them, availability of pensions, education of employment opportunities, infant death rate, for childcare, marriage age, religious beliefs, politics and cultural norms, availability of contraception and abortion. Factors affecting death rates. Death rates have declined because of increased food supplies, better nutrition due to the Green Revolution, advances in medicine, antibiotics and vaccines, improvement in prenatal or neonatal care, improved sanitation, safer water supplies and personal hygiene due to Industrial Revolution. Population can decline from a rising death rate. The AIDS tragedy, 30 million killed in 1981 to 2012. Many young adults die, loss of most productive workers, sharp drop in life expectancy, reduce the spread of HIV through education and healthcare, financial assistance, and volunteers. Developing countries. China, the larger, has taken drastic population control methods. By 2050, India is predicted to pass China. Pakistan is projected to become the third. The US is third now. Russia is losing 600,000 people a year after being the fourth largest country in 1950 due to the population crime, corruption, hyperinflation, disease, and despair. Environmentalists are concerned about resource use because developing countries are increasing their standard of living. So this chart shows Indian population control 131 billion and the prediction for the 2050. So India has tried population control methods with modest success during poor planning, bureaucratic influence, low status of a woman, and lack of support have led to low success. The family planning method calls for education of women, including basic literacy, encourage education of contraception use among women, and birth spacing. Possible problems include cultural, social issues, cost of programs. So in the lower chart shown the India in 2050 and the upper right is for the 2010. So this chart shown the China's population control 1.37 billion and the prediction of 2050 population. China has used a government enforced program, One China 2010 child policy to reduce the fertility rate. The One Child policy includes paid leave to women for fertility operation, monthly subsidy to one-child families, tuition and job properties for only children, housing preference, additional food rations, monetary compensation. Problems include preference towards gender increase orphans, consequences or punishment for multiple birth, raising their taxes, charging other fees, eliminating income tax deduction for a couple's third child, and loss of healthcare benefits, food allowance, and job option. So the lower chart is the prediction of China for 2050, and the upper chart is China in 2010. So this chart shows the demographic data in India and China. So influencing population size, the best way to slow population growth is investing in family planning, as reduced number of births and abortion throughout world, reducing poverty, education, elevating the status of women by not suppressing their human rights, and having paying job outside of home. Family planning in less developed countries responsible for a 55% drop in terms of financial benefits. Money spent on family planning saved far for more in health education costs. So this chart shows the global contraceptive usage. So there are two problems. One, many couples do not have access to family planning. The second one is 42 pregnancies unplanned, and the 26% end with abortion. So for the last one, the environmental impact. So deforestation, destroy habitats and reduce biodiversity, farming and the creation of monocultures, housing or development project that cause urbanization, fuel from wood and fossil fuel, recovery from mining. So fossil fuel burning release carbon dioxide, result in climate change in temperature and precipitation patterns, changing habitats. Intensive fishing and fishing farming spread disease to native fish and cause unsustainable fish population. Diversion and diagram of water for agriculture, municipal, and industrial use reduce water supplies, building landslides to accommodate in decreased amount of trash. And that would be all.